Bonjour à tous and welcome to Learn French with Vincent, and this is Unité 17, leçon R. And in this lesson we'll see together le passé antérieur. Okay, so we can start right now. And normally when I introduce tenses in videos, I divide the video in two parts. The first part will cover l'utilisation, so when do we use le passé antérieur, and the second part will cover la formation, how do we construct, how do we make this passé antérieur. Okay, so let's see first now l'utilisation. And well, the important thing when we talk about le passé antérieur is that we will use that pour exprimer des faits qui se sont passés avant d'autres faits passés. And then they should be exprimés au passé simple. So clearly, what does it mean? It means that this passé antérieur form is the past in the past. Okay, so when you want to express something that happened before another event that happened in the past, then in that case you should use le passé antérieur, but keep in mind that it works in connection to le passé simple. So it means that if you want to use that orally, if you want to use this past in the past concept, normally we've got, well, a tense that I've been introducing previously, and that's what we call le plus que parfait. Okay, but then in some cases, if you want to use le passé simple, and if you want to use something that happened before, then you should definitely use le passé antérieur. Okay, so keep in mind that l'utilisation est rare, so you will use it quite rarely, maybe never, okay, but you will probably encounter a few passés antérieurs. L'utilisation est à l'écrit, so it's mostly written, and then l'utilisation est dans le langage soutenu, so we are talking about formal French in that case. We're not really talking about the French that you will use orally with friends or family, okay, because in that case you will use other tenses of the past. So let's imagine that this is now, so this is the present, c'est le présent, okay, and let's say that you want to express something that happened in the past and you want to use le passé simple. Okay, so it's possible, of course. If you don't know how to make the passé simple, well, I've been making little videos on that, so you can check it if you want. Okay, so first idea, you want to express something in the past at le passé simple. So keep in mind that the rule is quite strict, because if you want to express something that previously happened, in that case you get to use le passé antérieur. Okay, so first le présent, then first thing in the past you want to use le passé simple. Keep in mind that this is le passé antérieur. That should be used if you want to express something that happened even before. Okay, so this is the past in the past. This is the concept. An example here. So, dès qu'il eut bu son café, il partit au travail. So you can see here that you've got the verb boire, and it's at the passé antérieur form. So first he decides to drink his coffee, then he decides to leave and to go to work. Okay, so in that case you get this passé simple here. So that's the whole concept. First you've got this passé antérieur, then you've got the passé simple. Everything happens in the past, okay, but then you wanted to use first, in that case, le passé simple, and then you get no choice, but you get to use le passé antérieur for this past in the past concept. So now let's see how do we construct le passé antérieur. And I've been deciding to put few examples, okay, so the first sentence will be always at le passé simple, and the second sentence will be at le passé antérieur. So le passé simple, je mangeais au restaurant. Okay, so the verb is manger, to eat. And then you will get j'eus mangé au restaurant. Second one, tu regardas la télévision. Regarder is to watch. Tu eus regardé la télévision. And then we've got il alla au travail. Il fut allé au travail. And if you take the time to look at these forms, you can spot and you can see that we've got two parts. So it means that it is a compound tense, okay? And then, as usual in French, when we're talking about compound tenses, then the second part here is always the same. It's le participe passé, so this past participle. Okay, so manger will become manger, regarder, regarder, aller will become aller. Okay, and the first part here, as usual in French, we will use whether avoir or être. And in this case, when we're talking about le passé antérieur, then avoir should be, or être should be at the passé simple form. Okay, so this is the concept and this is the way we will construct this passé antérieur form. First you get avoir, and it must be conjugated at the passé simple. Then you will put your participe passé, this past participle, and you will get le passé antérieur. Okay, in some cases, remember, we will use être. Same thing here, you get to conjugate être at the passé simple form. Then you will get, then you will put le participe passé, and it will give you le passé antérieur. Let's see now the verbs that will require the use of être. And we're talking about aller, to go, arriver, to arrive, descendre, to go down, devenir, to become, entrer, to enter, to come in, monter, to go up, mourir, to die, naître, to be born, partir, to leave, rester, to stay, retourner, to return, to come back, sortir, to go out, tomber, to fall, and then venir, to come. So all these verbs will be conjugated at le passé antérieur, or then more generally at all the compound tenses in French with être. And then we've got the verbs like se regarder, s'appeler, se présenter. Okay, so to watch, to look at oneself, to call oneself, to present oneself. So these verbs are called les verbes pronominaux. And all les verbes pronominaux will as well require être at le passé antérieur, or more generally at all the compound tenses in French. So let's see now how avoir is conjugated at le passé simple, because that's the first part that we will use in this passé antérieur form. And it's j'eus, tu eus, il, elle, on eut, nous eûmes, vous eûtes, ils eurent, elles eurent. Okay, so j'eus, tu eus, il eut, nous eûmes, vous eûtes, ils eurent. Then être goes like that. Je fus, tu fus, il fut, elle fut, on fut, nous fûmes, vous fûtes, ils furent, elles furent. Okay? Je fus, tu fus, il fut, nous fûmes, vous fûtes, elles furent. Okay? So this is the first part. Remember that you get to use when you construct this passé antérieur. Then the second part is what we call le participe passé. And keep in mind that when we're talking about the verbs from the first group, regular verbs ending with er, then they will be quite easy, because you just need to take away this er form and you put accent aigu instead. Phonetically it's quite easy because it's exactly the same thing. Parler will become parler. Regarder will become regarder. And even this tricky verb aller, to go, remember you don't conjugate that like the verbs from the first group, but even this one, when it comes to this participe passé form, then it's quite easy because it goes like aller. Okay? Parler, parler, regarder, regarder, aller, aller. Alright, so the second group of regular verbs, so ending with er, remember we're not talking about all the verbs ending with er, but they will be quite easy as well, because you just take away this er thing and you just replace it with e. Okay, so choisir will become choisi. Finir will become fini. Unir will become uni. Okay, etc., etc. After that, of course, we've got the tricky ones. So verbs from the third group. So we can make some subgroups, but then be careful. You should definitely learn them by heart, but if it helps. So les participes passés qui finissent avec U, that will end with U, for example. Connaître will become connu. Voir will become vu. Okay, and then in I as well. So partir will become parti. Rire will become ri. Okay, and then in IT, écrire will become écrit. Dire will become dit. And then in IS, mettre will become mis. And prendre will become pris. Okay, so connaître, to know, connu. Voir, to see, vu. Partir, to leave, parti. Rire, to laugh, ri. Écrire, to write, écrit. Dire, to say, dit. Mettre, to put, mis. Prendre, to take, pris. Okay? Few examples now, or I will conjugate the verb parler at the passé antérieur form, and you will get j'eus parlé, tu eus parlé, il eut parlé, elle eut parlé, on eut parlé, nous eûmes parlé, vous eûtes parlé, ils eurent parlé, elles eurent parlé. Okay, so you can see that we've got our participe passé that will end with e. Okay, for a good reason, because remember that when we use être, then something will happen like for all the compound tenses in French. When we put être, then it means that at the end of your participe passé here, you will have to put whether the feminine or the plural form if needed. Of course, in that case you get elle, so it's the feminine singular, so you should add this e at the end for the feminine singular. And then in that case you get the plural, masculine plural, then you should put s for the masculine plural. And here you've got the feminine plural, and you should add this e and s for the feminine plural. Okay, keep in mind that well, it's actually quite easy because phonetically they are the same. All right, but then you should add this final e for the feminine, final s for the plural, and final es for the feminine plural. And it goes like that: il fut allé, elle fut allée, ils furent allés, elles furent allées. Okay, so let's see now all the forms. Je fus allé, tu fus allé, il fut allé, elle fut allée, nous fûmes allés, vous fûtes allés, ils furent allés, elles furent allées. So I will make now the liaison because I know that some of you want me to make the liaison all the time. Je fus allé, tu fus allé, il fut allé, elle fut allée, nous fûmes allés, vous fûtes allés, ils furent allés, elles furent allées. Okay, so remember that you put when needed for the feminine form, you put s when needed for the plural form, and then es for the feminine plural form. Okay, so keep in mind that le passé antérieur, one more time, you get avoir conjugated at the passé simple, then you will have your participe passé form, and you will get this passé antérieur form. In some cases, as we saw, we'll use être, same thing at the passé simple, then your participe passé, and it will give you le passé antérieur. Et voilà, have a great day, au revoir et à bientôt.